Hi, this is MD Shabana Sultana, working as Associate Professor in the Chevron Engineering College, Chevron. In the last lecture, I explained about the types of corrosion, and I already told you that there are 4 types of corrosions are there: differential metal corrosion, differential aeration corrosion, stress corrosion, and the 4th one is the waterline corrosion. Today, I want to discuss about the galvanic series and what is the major difference between the galvanic series and the electrochemical series. So in the galvanic series, electrochemical series does not account for the corrosion of all the metals and alloys, and it gives the no information regarding the position of the alloy also. But the galvanic series, it is a more practical method, more practical series and advanced series, which has been prepared by studying the corrosion of metals as well as the alloys in a given atmosphere or given environment. So this is the galvanic series. The anode, which is the most active, and the cathode is present at the top, which is the less active. From bottom to top, the anodic region is decreased. That means at the anode, which is a less noble, that means noble means less stable, and it is a sacrificial and more corroded because oxidation takes place at the anodic region. Whereas at the cathodic region, it is more noble and it is protected and it is less corroded. The best example for this is a gold, silver. These are the noble metals which are protected and less corroded. And galvanic series, it gives the relationship and are useful as a guide for selecting the metal to be joined, which metal has to be joined to which metal. And it also helps the selection of the metal having minimal tendency to interact galvanically, and it will also indicates the need or the degree of protection to be applied to lessen the expected potential interactions. And several side reactions also takes place which may influence the corrosion reaction. Hence, oxidation potential of the various metals and alloys commonly used are measured by using standard Calmel electrode, which is considered as a reference electrode, and immersing the metal and alloys in the seawater. When those oxidation potentials are arranged in the decreasing order of activity, a series of metals arises. This series is known as galvanic series, which gives more practical information about the corrosive tendency of metals and alloys. The corrosive tendency may be influenced by other interfering factors. Thus, it is clear that corrosion occurs at the anodic part and cathodic part is protected. In general, further apart the material are in the galvanic series, the higher the risk of the galvanic corrosion, which should be prevented by the design. Consequently, the farther one metal is from other, the greater the corrosion will be. And coming to the differences between the galvanic series and the electrochemical series. Electrochemical series are measured by dipping the pure metal in their salt of its own concentration. And this series is developed that is electrochemical series, it is developed by dipping the pure metal in a salt solution of 1 molar concentration without any oxide film on them. Whereas the galvanic series is developed by studying the corrosion of metals and alloys in unpolluted seawater without their oxide film. Next, coming to the position of the metal in the electrochemical series is fixed, whereas the position of the metal may shift in the galvanic series. That means here the position is fixed, here the position is changes by changing in the galvanic series. Coming to the third difference, there is no information regarding the position of alloy in this series. Whereas here the corrosion of the alloy can be studied from this series. And the position of the metal is fixed. Position of the alloy is not fixed, but the position of the metal is fixed in the electrochemical series. Whereas the position of the metal is different from those of the position of the alloy, which contains this same metal in it. And coming to the relative displacement tendency, this electrochemical series, it predicts the relative displacement tendency. Whereas this series, that is a galvanic series, it predicts the relative corrosion tendency. And coming to the last difference of the electrochemical series, this series comprises of metals and non-metals, whereas this galvanic series is comprises of metals and alloys. So this is the major difference between the galvanic series and electrochemical series. Coming to the factors which affects the rate of corrosion is the rate of corrosion depends upon mainly 3 types of factors. They are nature of the metal, nature of the environment, that is the nature of corroding environment, and the third factor is nature of corrosion product. Coming to the first factor, that is the nature of the metal. The nature of the metal depends upon the position of the metal in the galvanic series, purity of the metal, nature of the surface of the metal film, and the ratio of the anode and cathode area. Coming to the first one, that is the position of the metal in the galvanic series. When 2 metals or alloys or in electrical contact, in presence of electrolyte, the metal with higher oxidation potential suffers the corrosion. The metal higher in the electrochemical series, it becomes anodic. The extent of corrosion is determined by the difference in the position of the metal. The greater is this difference, the faster and higher is the corrosion. That means the metal which is occupied top position in the galvanic series, it undergo corrosion, with higher rate than the metal which is occupied in the bottom position in the galvanic series, it undergoes the less corrosion. Example for this is zinc undergo corrosion at a faster rate than iron, aluminium, and silver. Coming to the purity of the metal, which is the second factor in the nature of the metal. Generally, the pure metal have the low corrosion rate. Presence of impurity either increases the rate of corrosion or decreases the rate of corrosion. Because heterogeneity is produced if the impurity is present in the metal, which forms tiny electrochemical cells at the exposed parts. The anodic parts get corroded. As the extent of exposure and impurity increases, the extent of corrosion increases with increasing the exposure and impurities. For example, if you take the zinc metal containing the impurities such as iron, lead, it undergo corrosion due to formation of the local electrochemical cells. So presence of impurity either increases the rate of corrosion or decreases the rate of corrosion. Coming to the surface of the metal, rough surface of the metal, it readily corrodes. Because of the roughness, the metal surface collects the more dirt and dust, which increases the oxygen concentration gradient than the polished metal surface, which does not corrode easily. In aerated atmosphere, practically almost all the metals produces a thin surface film of metal oxide. The ratio of the volume of metal oxide formed depends upon the ratio of the anode and cathode area. When bigger cathode area covers a smaller anode area, it increases the rate of corrosion. That means if the cathode area is more, the electrons are rapidly consumed, which increases the corrosion rate at anode. That means the ratio of the volume of metal oxide formed to the metal is called specific volume ratio. If the specific volume ratio is more, then the rate of corrosion is less. Those are inversely proportional to each other because the surface of the metal is completely covered by the film, offering protection to the metal surface. For example, if you take the specific volume ratio of nickel, chromium, and tungsten, the values are 1.6 for the nickel, 2 for the chromium, and 3.6 for tungsten. The rate of corrosion for the tungsten is least because specific volume ratio is more for the tungsten. The rate of corrosion is least even at elevated temperatures because the specific volume ratio is inversely proportional to the rate of corrosion. So that is about the ratio of anodic and cathodic area. Coming to the second factor, that is the nature of environment. The nature of environment depends upon the temperature, humidity, presence of suspended particles, and pH and the conductance of medium. Coming to the first one, that is the temperature. The rate of corrosion reaction and the rate of the diffusion increases with the increase of temperature, causes the increase in the rate of corrosion. That means higher temperature enhances the rate of corrosion. If the temperature increased, the rate of corrosion increased. That means it is directly proportional to each other. If the temperature is decreased, rate of corrosion is also less. It is also decreased. Coming to the humidity. Humidity of the air is a deciding factor for the rate of corrosion. The relative humidity above which the rate of corrosion increases sharply is called critical humidity. The value of critical humidity depends upon the physical characteristic of the metal and the nature of corroding environment. The reason for the increase of corrosion with humidity are because I already told you that as the humidity increases, the rate of corrosion increases. What are the factors which influences the rate of humidity, which increase the rate of corrosion is the moisture or the vapor present in the atmosphere. It furnishes the water to the electrolyte, essentially for setting up an electrochemical cell. And oxide film, second factor, the oxide film formed has a tendency to absorb the moisture, which creates another electrochemical cell corrosion. Next, coming to the rainwater. The rainwater not only supplies the necessary moisture for electrochemical attack, but also it washes away a good part of oxide film, the metal surface, leading to enhanced atmospheric attack unless the oxide film, which is exceptionally adherent. For these reasons only, as the humidity increased, the rate of corrosion is increased. And coming to the third factor, which is known as the presence of suspended particles. Atmosphere is contaminated in the vicinity of industrial area. The concentration of the suspended particle increases the rate of corrosion. The best example is the gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide, and fumes of sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acids. Suspended particles are chemically active, or it is inactive by the nature, like sodium chloride, ammonium sulfate, and charcoal. The gases and acidity of the atmosphere increases the electrical conductivity, thereby increases the corrosion. In marine atmosphere, the presence of sodium and other chlorides lead to increased conductivity, thereby increase the corrosion. The suspended particles absorb moisture and acts as a strong electrolyte, increasing the rate of corrosion. These suspended impurities also absorbs both the gases and moistures and slowly enhances the rate of reaction. Coming to the pH, pH increases the rate of corrosion, decreases. That means if the pH is increased, the rate of corrosion is less. and these two are inversely proportional to each other. Acidic medium enhances the rate of corrosion than the basic medium. Next, coming to the conductance of the medium. In the pH, I forgot to tell one point. The pH value of the medium, it has a greater effect on corrosion. When the pH is lowered, the corrosion is increased. And the conductance of the medium, the presence of conducting species in the atmosphere increases the rate of corrosion. This is because higher the conductivity of the medium, faster the ions can migrate between anodic and cathodic region. Therefore, corrosion problem is more in the seawater than in the fresh water. The conductance of the dry sand soil is lower than the conductance of the clayey and mineralized soils. Hence, the rate of corrosion is more in the clayey and mineralized soil, causing severe damage to metallic structures which are buried. Coming to the third factor, which is known as the corrosion product. If the corrosion product is non-porous and unstable, then the rate of corrosion is decreased. If the corrosion product is porous, porous means it allows both the liquid or the gases to pass through it, and volatile, then the rate of corrosion increases. So these are the factors which affecting the rate of corrosion. In the next lecture, I will tell about the corrosion control and the preventive measures for the corrosions. Thank you.